Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. We're over on Hydros' My Hero Ultra Impact Wiki. I'll leave the link in the description down below if you want to check it out. Also, if you want to check out the new units that are coming to Ultra Impact in less than a week's animations, then I'll leave the link in the description down below for his YouTube channel as well, even though you can watch him on his YouTube channel from the website. But I'll just do both, you know, have the best of both worlds. And also, here's a screenshot of me pulling the new UR Tamaki or Sun Eater from my daily singles. So remember guys, always do your free daily singles on Ultra Impact. You never know what you're gonna get. But as of today, I'm pretty certain this wasn't last night, because I was on here last night because I was getting the asset for Tamaki to start making a thumbnail, and these weren't here. But in just under a week, on the 12th, whatever that converts to, because remember Ultra Impact is done in JP or JP time, whatever that is for you, the 12th of April, we're going to be getting a Cheerleader outfit Momo and Uraraka, or a UR Momo and an SR Uraraka. We're getting 3 new UR memories and 2 new SR memories. As I said, these weren't on the wiki or the website last night, so I'm guessing these were added today. So some of you might have already seen this, but for those of you who haven't, this is for you. But we're going to go through them and I'm going to react to what they can do. As always, if you have been enjoying the content and you are new, consider hitting that like button and subscribing as well. All the support is very much appreciated. But first, we've got the UR Momo or Yayarozu. On her plus ultra, she deals 650% damage to a single opponent, which is kind of standard for a lot of plus ultras to do. Judging by her kit, what I can already see, this is good, but she probably won't be dealing the most damage because she does look to be a support, but that's still nice. She also gives all allies, herself excluded, the ability to make a last stand one time. So that means on her plus ultra, all allies can have a last stand ability, which can be very helpful in harder events. So that's actually really nice. She also increases power of all allies, herself excluded again, by 20%. Why did I say that as I had a lisp? Percent. I'm Mike Tyson, I'll knock you up. Yeah, no, that was kind of weird. Yeah, she increases power of all allies by 20% for 3 turns, which is also nice. Her first action skill, she deals 350% damage to a single opponent, and then increases characters plus ultra gauge by 30%. That's also nice. I'm getting that plus ultra gauge up quite quickly, especially because, I mean, considering her plus ultra supports not only with the last stand on everyone, which is already amazing, but also the power of all allies by 20% 3 turns. Getting that kind of like 30% head start on her plus ultra gauge is very nice. She also increases skill impact of all allies, herself excluded again, by 35% for 3 turns. She is a very good support already, giving a last stand to everyone, power of all allies by 20% for 3 turns. Then she also increases skill impact of all allies by 35% 3 turns. Someone like the green Todoroki, who I have fully maxed out, that means his skill impact already does great damage AoE. Could you imagine how much damage he could do again AoE in PvP with the support of her? That would be great. Her other action skill, she restores HP of all allies by 30%, so that's just she's also a healer. Not only is she a good support so far, she's already a healer, and we still have auto skills to go through. She also reduces damage taken by all allies by 30% for 2 turns. Oh my god. And I know this probably isn't the greatest setup to have, but like, could you imagine her constantly healing with Uraraka constantly healing, Uraraka with the ability to heal and give you a dodge, and then also give you damage reduction from this Yayarozu while she's also increasing damage the other unit or the big damage dealer on the turn is doing. She's an amazing support so far. Her first auto skill, she increases max HP of all red type characters by 25%. Yes, this is very specific, but their total max HP is going to be increased. So that means big damage dealers like All Might, Overhaul, Endeavor, especially AoE damage, can be on the field for a lot longer while they're also being healed by Yayarozu as well. And don't forget, increasing the damage of their scroll impact and their power on her plus ultra as well. So I mean, she's an amazing support. Dare I say she's probably one of the best supports in the game, maybe? And especially like with that little bit extra for red type characters. And then the final auto skill, she increases her plus ultra gauge by 30% when battle starts. Also, once per battle, regenerates HP of all allies by 20%, for 3 turns when HP is below 50%. So not only is she a healer, but then she will also heal all allies by 20% for 3 turns when their HP is below 50% or when her HP is below 50%. So that means she is non-stop supporting throughout the entirety of battle. And then that just, again, red type characters are up. They're winning even more. They're on the field for so much longer doing more damage, which is great. Also, don't forget the red Todoroki as well. But this is great. She's almost like self-sustaining. She backs herself while supporting everyone else. Because as soon as the battle starts, if you have a second auto skill, she'll increase her plus ultra gauge by 30%. Then, use one of her first, you use this action skill straight away. Not only will she deal 335% damage and also increase skill impact of all allies by 35% by 3 turns except herself, but she'll then increase her plus ultra gauge again by 60%. So literally, as soon as the battle starts, from her, just literally from herself, you will increase her plus ultra gauge by 60%, including the bonus you potentially will get from maybe memories and then the other units that are on the turn with her, on rotation with her. And then also by, you know, completing your skill chain. Which obviously then ties into getting this off, which might not do the most damage compared to other people, but you get that 650% damage off. And then you give that a last stand ability, like literally at the, like almost like on what, the 3rd turn of the battle maybe? You get that off very quickly and increase everyone's power for 3 turns immediately. So you're doing big damage almost from the start of battle. She's great. She's an amazing support. She is an amazing support. That is very, very good. I'm not gonna lie, this makes me tempted to summon for her. I mean, once she disappears as well, once, I know the type banners are out right now, but when she comes back on the red banner, I'm going to be summoning Bear on that so I can get Endeavor and hopefully her as well. Now we've got the SR Uraraka, who she probably won't be anywhere near as good as Yaoyorozu, but still, I'm impressed. What a support. She deals 450% damage to a single opponent on her plus ultra, also shortens the action skill cooldown of all allies, herself excluded, by 1, which is also very helpful. I mean, imagine running that with Yaoyorozu as well. I was combining her first name, Momo. I was going to call her Momo. But yeah, Yaoyorozu probably won't be the best, like, kind of, you know, team or rotation, but be kind of cool. Her first auto skill, when HP is 50% or higher, increase power of all allies, herself excluded by 20% 3 turns. When HP is below 50%, increase power of all allies, herself excluded by 40% for 3 turns. Think about some of the damage you can do with some of the bigger damage dealers in this game with that. Also increase plus ultra gauge of all allies, herself excluded by 40%. That's good as well. On top of, you know, however other means you have increasing your plus ultra gauge. I mean, she might not be as good as Yaoyorozu, but she definitely, for an SR character, is looking very good so far. Her second action skill gives all allies a barrier that nullifies 1 hit. That's very nice. Also increases character's plus ultra gauge by 30%. So that means literally in 2 turns you can increase your character's plus ultra gauge by 70%. Just from both of her action skills. As I said, she might not be as good as Yaoyorozu, but for an SR unit, she is looking very good already. This is 6 turn cooldown, by the way, which is a little bit long, but understandable. Her auto skill, she increases skill impact of any yellow type characters by 25%, which is good. On her second auto skill, once per battle when HP is below 50%, gives character a barrier that nullifies 2 hits and increases their plus ultra gauge by 40%. So this is kind of like a do or die auto skill. Because like she'll be like below 50% HP, you know, she'll probably be close to dying. She nullifies 2 hits, helps her stay around a bit longer. She increases her plus ultra gauge by 40% while it's being increased by through other means as well. And that way you can get more of her action skill off to support everyone else. And then do this. So she, as I said, she's not as good as Momo, but she is still very good for an SR character. She is pretty nice. So far, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. So we have one of the first U1 memories, which is Snatch 10 million points. And this increases character's max HP by 40% when equipped by a UA high school student. Also shortens character's action skill cooldown by 1 every 3 turns, up to 3 times. I'm not gonna lie, immediately because of the skill cooldown, probably I didn't check, but on Yaoyorozu, and obviously what we just checked on Uraraka, this will actually work really well on them, so you're just constantly getting that support off quicker and quicker. or quicker than usual. That would actually work really well on them and increase the max HP as well, which keeps them around longer, especially with Yaoyorozu, you know, having healing as well. That actually work really well with them too. Really, really well. Then the second one is an SR1 at the tree on the hill, increases power of all allies by 10% if there are any UA high class 1A characters on the team. If equipped by a UA high class 1A character, increase characters plus ultra gauge by 35% when battle starts. Again, this could actually work well onto both the new characters to constantly get that plus ultra gauge up, on top of the fact that it gets increased anyway, especially on Momo. This part is obviously not great, but this part is very nice if you're, you know, using a unit that you really want to get their plus ultra gauge off quickly, and you know, with a support like Momo, definitely works well with her and Uraraka. The second SR memory is Everybody Cheer, increases character's power by 25%, so a bit better there, when equipped by a UA high class 1A student. If equipped by a male character, regenerates HP by 15% 3 times when the battle starts. That's okay. And then the other UR memory, or the second to last UR memory, that's all. This art looks really nice, by the way. Whoever does the art, which I know the art is literally specifically made for the game, you do a good job and you really deserve a raise. Whatever you're getting, double it, triple it. But yeah, it increases character skill impact by 45% when equipped by a hero. That's really nice. Also, once per battle, gives character ability to evade 2 times when defense is decreased. This part is, I mean, all of it is really good, but this part is really nice. That 45% increase on power or skill impact, very, very nice. Especially on one of the bigger damage dealers. And then the final UR memory, Societal Breakdown, which by the way, this is so cool. You know, you've got Deku in the front. You've got the Fused Overhaul, which you never know. We could be seeing for the anniversary. You could see Fused Overhaul, 100% Deku. You never know. Increase characters plus ultra move skill impact by 25% following a successfully executed skill chain up to 4 times. So that, I'm guessing, is 4 times you do a skill chain. That's quite nice. Also increases characters max HP by 35% if there are any villains on the team. That's actually quite nice, especially because this is up to 4 times. So there's a lot of good new stuff coming to the game. We've got some very good new memories. And these two cheerleader characters, Momo looks to be one of the best supports in the entire game. She literally does everything. Healing, damage reduction, increases skill impact, power, gives last stand ability, healing again, increases her own plus ultra gauge twice. The memory also does that. I mean, this is all coming on the 12th. And these are some good stuff coming. So again, if you want to see the animations, link in the description down below to the Ultra Impact wiki that Hydros has made. He's done a sick job on this, by the way. And also to his channel as well. He's probably already done a video on this. Because I didn't even know this was here. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Will you be summoning for the cheerleader, Momo and Uraraka? Do let me know. But I'll see you in the next video, guys. And push.